Hi, this is Emily Pepin here at the Inner Space Center at the University of Rhode Island with the ship's status update. The EV Nautilus is currently undergoing repairs to her air conditioning system. AC on the ship isn't just about comfort. A number of key systems require proper cooling, and without this, they could be permanently damaged. While we have some downtime, the Corps of Exploration is taking the opportunity to do some routine maintenance work to prepare for our upcoming cruise at the Mesoamerican Reef. That's all for this update, but sign up for our newsletters, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram for the latest updates on repairs, our dive schedule, and more.
Look at that.
Vampiro chooses.
Yeah.
Can I go in?
Oh, is it?
Oh, that is so cool. Wow.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
Holy cow.
This is Big Eye.
Okay, it took about
Oh, what?
15 captures.
Not enough.
I'm still going.
She's just not allowed to say Shazam anymore.
Vampire squid, you said it was?
Looks like it.
Oh, there he's done. His show's over.
Oh, that was cool. Yep, it's a vampire squid.
Vampire squid.
How far away is that guy's buddy?
That was too cool.
That was very cool.
What is that in the...
Oh.
Garbage? Yeah, my goodness.
What is this?
Like a siphonophore? Yep. Wow.
Oh, how cool.
What? I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
I can't believe that's a living thing.
Of the body looks different from the ladder. So for those of you viewing, we think this might be a siphonophore.
I'm taking like crazy frame grabs right now.
That's great.
Oops, it's putting on the brakes.
Wow.
Yeah. I bet you that thing would sting bad if you would. Sting? Uh-huh.
If you got touched by that back portion.
Yeah.
So the siphonophores, if this is what we're seeing, is
How big is it? Do you have any estimation?
Maybe about 20 wiffle balls.
Yeah.
15.
Is that what the back end of it's supposed to look like? Or is it hurt?
No, I think this is, it's...
Full wide?
Supposed to be that way.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I thought it was an old tire.
Yeah, I thought it
You
was
trying to
like a
get the BFC
plastic
on
bag
it?
or something.
Usually, the best known of these siphonophores is a Portuguese man of war, and that's actually much longer than whatever we're seeing right now. So,
Oh, the Portuguese man would. Some of them are not that big.
okay. So I can read you I'm sure you know the description of the siphonophore, but for the viewers, it's an order of the Hydrozoa, which is a class of marine animals belonging to the phylum Cnidaria. And although a siphonophore appears to be a single organism, each specimen is actually a colony composed of many individual animals. Most colonies are long, thin, transparent, pelagic floaters, and some siphonophores superficially resemble jellyfish.
please. Yep, there it is.
And for those of you that are watching, there it is, the U-166
Yep.
German U-boat. That is beautiful. The gun sitting on top.
Oh, let's see, sorry.
Is that the conning tower to the left? To the port?
So the German U-166 was a submarine during World War II and was sunk July 30th in 1942 right here in the Gulf of Mexico. We're getting some great footage from Hercules.
Do we have a sense of how high that conning tower is?
Well, what's your altitude? 2 hercs. Altitude's 3 meters.
So 6, probably?
50 to 60. It could take 58. Nice work, Claire. Couldn't drift better than this. nice loss of the jet pumps.
Is the jet pump back in?
To all of our listeners out there, we are looking at live footage of the German U-boat U-166. Hercules has been diving for approximately 3 hours, and we have reached our first target. Katie, did you say those were little fly traps?
Yeah, they're a type of anemone,
Oh,
often called Venus flytraps. Yeah, we're good.
to all of our listeners out there, we are looking at live footage of the German U-boat U-166. Hercules has been diving for approximately 3 hours, and we have reached our first target.
So it's broken up into 2 sections. So we're just getting over the conning tower, and then it'll sort of fizzle out. Do you want to do any other filming here? Or yes. Not yet. Right now we're headed north, and then we'll have to go northwest.
Yeah. Oh, love that. Look at that. If we could just,
The tether right now.
but it evokes so much. Just all of us.
Left a little bit, Rich.
Yep.
You guys want to zoom in on that?
Yeah.
Zoom past the tether now. Ready when you are.
Yep. Go ahead and zoom.
Get ready to get a frame grab of that. There you go.
Really, the quality of the documentation. We're documenting a piece of history in a way that hasn't been documented before. I mean, you'd have to ask the historians its value, but Katie just said people are calling in, the historians are saying, can I please get a copy of all of this? Well, watch 60 Minutes, right? You know, the photography I've seen hasn't been, you can't get, this takes a unique vehicle relationship between 2 big vehicles, one putting out a prodigious amount of light to get this larger picture. I mean, people sort of stick their nose up and get close-up views, but here you're getting a very big perspective.
So for our
5
listeners and viewers that are just now tuning in, we are looking at the stern portion of the German U-boat U-166, approximately 1,400 meters.
Well, be advised, I'm going to nudge your camera in just a touch.
Roger.
Thank you. I'm good.
There isn't a whole lot to do here. No. Do you want to go around to the bow, the empty side? There isn't much to it. Yes.
The German U-boat was sunk by the U.S. Coast Guard ship PC-566.
I
If
don't
you
think it's a
could move
Coast Guard ship, but it
Hercules
was a PC-566.
and have Hercules run the length of the ship and let Argus film it, that would be cool. There you can see the decks and the
Wow.
passageway. That rat tail.
Great shots.
Yeah, that's a skate. Looks like a skate on the deck, but I'm not sure. It might be something not biologic. Well, Well, the submarine was probably painted to go underwater, and this one wasn't painted to go underwater.
And the sub had just been built.
Yeah.
It was its first.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
nice.
that's
I love
pretty
those
awesome.
blue corals.
They're awesome.
You know, garlands, you know, it's like a Christmas tree.
It is.
Look at that little winch.
Nice Argus shot, right?
Yeah, if you could drop down and see if there's a props. Yeah, it's very ghostly. It's always like a haunted house.
It is.
Rise up, Reuben, and sort of then crest it and move forward. See this, the aft light? The little light there? Yeah, look at that
Look at all those
reveal. Look at that
resticles.
beautiful reveal. Now move.
Wow.
Oh, no, I love that. Wow. Boom, bang.
Wow.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I can't do that. I'm so used to doing it. Yeah. Look. Oh, it's, you know, it's like 70, it's been underwater 72 years. A little less, a little more collapsing in on its own gravity.
So viewers and listeners, we are now exploring the SS Robert E. Lee.
It's my best.
No,
We have Dr. Ballard navigating
Okay.
and directing ROVs.
That. We're coming up on the bridge to the right. And those are either ventilators for the engine room. I don't really know. I don't know if we're right above the engine room. And with it-
There are windows on the port side.
Yeah, I want to get up to the
As you go
bow.
down the lower decks to look through windows.
This is yo,
Hopefully we can see the lifeboats on the bow.
yeah. I don't know. I want to rise up, Reuben, and see how high this guy is.
Just do another move,
I'm
Claire.
looking
It
at
is.
Argus.
I just called it in.
Looks like it's collapsed over.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
a
it's
bust.
not that
We're
high.
about there. There it is. Okay, we got to pole vault over that thing.
It's amazing how we're showing a little bit of water into the interior of the ship, and it's
Yeah.
kicking
look-
that
Coming
super
out.
fine sediment.
I have to bump in the her camera just a wee bit to get rid of the bottle.
Yeah, could you bring the
Thank you.
Argus camera up a little? Just a smidgen? Generally, in deep water ships, they right themselves. The Bismarck went in upside down, righted itself. The Yorktown went in upside down. The shallow ones don't have time to right themselves. Lusitania didn't, Andrea Doria. Anything in shallow water, they don't right themselves. But deep water ones, about 5,000 feet, like here, they right themselves. Because they remember once they're fully flooded where the bottom's heavy and they flip back. And drop down a smidgen and pan up.
The time is
There's
now
the
8
cutting
p.m.
edge of the bow.
Sunday, July 6th, 2014.
Nice.
All right, coming out
See
wider.
that tether snatcher on the starboard railing? But I think we're good. Because as you pivot, you push your tether further out away. Now, this is a lovely shot.
It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Cat,
There's a lot of icy
I
cables.
bumped you a little bit.
Icy cables draping down the side of the hull. See them?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the cables. I've got trapped in them. Oh, it's in pretty
Straight
good
to
shape.
engines.
I'm trying to see if it's all it is. He.
That's all it is, an HE.
What a name. He.
It looks like there's something under it, though.
No,
Like,
yeah.
What is
Oh,
that?
oh, what colors were the H and the E? Look,
Oh,
somebody just wrote
two
in,
different colors. They were two different colors.
They said that there's a battle effectiveness award, the H and the E. And
I thought it was
the
a battle E,
H is
but for battle excellence.
Health and Wellness Excellence Award, and then the E's are all different colors. What color? It
They
had
were
the black
different
line
colors.
underneath it.
It was hard to
So
tell. They
black-
both
Yeah,
looked
we weren't
gray.
close enough to get a real
Yeah.
color out of
Maritime
it.
Warfare Excellence Award.
I think it's a military vessel.
That is a big piece of
It definitely
polypro.
is.
Still
So
coming up,
slide.
Cat.
5 meters
Let's
bearing
go up to the
180.
top of this thing, Will.
Yeah, see
It
the
looks
top
like a
of the
platform up there. Where wonder if there's a heel. That is big.
Looks
That's what
like a
Dan
communications antenna.
Yeah. They've dropped their shades. There's the running light right here on the starboard side. You know, pivot around the other way, Will.
What other way?
Yeah, we've got. Ethan wants to know if this is his new satellite dish. Absolutely.
Do you want to look at?
Yeah, try to.
Lateral
It
right,
might have
pivot
fallen
left.
off, but it's pretty centered. if you could pirouette around and look at the windows over, so you're going to position yourself over the cargo hold. I think that's a safe move. And
Really, you would.
Yeah, yeah. Keep doing that. Yeah.
It doesn't have as much stuff growing on it as
No,
the
it's
last
clean.
one. Usually those fly traps are covering this stuff.
Yeah, keep dropping. Yeah.
You're pulling
There's
tight
the
on
chain
feather.
going down from the toe points.
Let's do another 10 meters, Miles.
Okay. All right. If you want to, let's. I'm looking at the line, and it's got a really pointed bow. All right, drop. If you could drop down and look up as best you can. You don't have to get any closer. Just get below the lip so we can see if there's something there. We came up right around here,
Fran says that
and that was that circular gun
found
mount,
another
and
site
they
that
took the
says
gun
Bruins
off.
was sunk
They
off of
removed the
Virginia,
guns.
but
Yeah, it's an amazing experiment we're doing with this ship.
apparently a Twitter follower also got it right.
Good. So
Yeah,
the Spruance.
well, I guess somebody
All right,
wrote
keep
in
sliding.
to us from Twitter.
I'm gonna get to the stern. Well, you can look it up. Oh, it's got a
Well, they
Wikipedia
were built in
page.
the 70s, and it seems like a lot of them were decommissioned and sunk in the 2000s.
What a waste of, you know.
Forward facing, straight down. There you go.
There you are. Sort of a waste to throw it away. Once you zoom in on that, that sort of looks interesting.
Go ahead, video.
Go down through that, where that yellow, there's a number. There's a phone number. See, let's call the guy. No, the lateral left and read that number. See it? 350-1-C. There we go. That up. The Peterson.
It's not
Okay, that's it. Or is that an 8?
It's like 969.
Looks like 969.
That's a 6. It doesn't close. Zoom in on that a little more.
Go ahead.
There's something. There's something.
Yeah, it says it right on the back.
There we go. Yeah. No, but that would have spoiled everything. No, we had to have this, you know, we had plus commercials. We had to drag this out. You know?
And I am your educator, Eric Lewis from San Francisco, California, originally from New York. And I believe we have some West Coast folks popping on right now. It's your late evening, so hopefully we get some more questions in. And we'll keep you posted on what's going on down here at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico.
What are we doing right now, Eric?
Well, right now what we're doing is going back to some corals that have been imaged over the past 4 years. And some of the questions that have actually come in about the corals are what types of corals these are. And as I'm not the expert, I was wondering if one of the folks in the back there could maybe tell us a little bit about what these corals are and like maybe how big they are, because you know it's kind of hard to tell from the Herc laser pointers, like related to like something that people have at their homes.
So those ones are just a few centimeters. Some can be bigger than that, up to 1 meter, but the one we're looking at right now, I'm not sure exactly, but
How big are those
30
wiffle balls?
centimeters, something like that.
So we put those wiffle balls at the end of a stick, and from my understanding, they're about 3.5 inches across.
Okay.
So we use that for scale.
Oh, great.
Are these pretty much the average size for corals in this area?
Well, what we are seeing right now, so I would say 30, 40 centimeters. They are not very big at this site. There is another site, our control site, were bigger than that, but this one is pretty small.
About how long does it take for a coral to even grow that large?
So that's a good question, because we don't know exactly the growth rate, and this is why right now we're trying to use the ball as a scale, and then we will use that and comparing images to estimate how how much they grow, but it's it's less than a centimeter per year.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
How many times a year do you guys come out to image corals?
once a year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, some years they went twice, but usually it's once a year.
And I'm just wanted to check, right now on Cam 1 we're looking at Herc, and Cam 2, the second on the website is Argus's view of Herc. And the third, is that what's called the Beast Cam?
Yes.
That seemed good, yeah.
Okay.
So the yellow is zoanthid.
So we're done with that?
Yeah, we're done.
Do you want to look for 10?
And for our listeners who are asking, again, this reef, these corals we're looking at are in the Gulf of Mexico, we're about 82 kilometers off the shore of the Mississippi Delta, at a depth of about
So in the previous logs, I just have a heading, but I'm not sure it's for this one. They say new coral 279, completely dead.